The power of assumption, how legal silence becomes judicial fact. What if I told you that in court, silence isn't neutral, it's agreement? In this episode, we're diving into the power of assumption, how failing to rebut legal presumptions turns allegations into enforceable facts, and why your silence might be the loudest legal statement you'll ever make. In commercial and administrative law, assumption is not a casual error, it is a legally binding event. When an assertion is made in any formal document, be it a complaint, affidavit, contract, or pleading, and that assertion is not timely rebutted, it becomes fact in law. This principle is codified throughout administrative procedure, but its most potent articulation comes from Federal Rules of Civil Procedure Rule 8b-6, which holds that an allegation is admitted if a responsive pleading is required and the allegation is not denied. In practical terms, this means silence equals consent. If a creditor claims you owe a debt and you fail to rebut the presumption, whether by affirmation, denial, or declaration of insufficient knowledge, that presumption is judicially established. The system does not require proof, it merely requires non-objection. This is the silent conveyor belt of commercial liability. This dynamic also explains how terms like firearm can quietly replace arms, or how the designation resident, or U.S. citizen, becomes binding, even if factually inaccurate. The moment a party fails to rebut, correct, or condition those terms, the court, and the opposing party, has full authority to enforce the unchallenged presumption. More troublingly, once accepted, these presumptions frame the scope of all further argument. If a bank presumes you owe a debt, and you respond by negotiating terms, you've accepted the existence of the debt. If an officer presumes you are a driver under statutory law, and you show a license without protest, you've entered jurisdiction. The law sees no ambiguity. It sees only the presence or absence of rebuttal. Thus, commercial law rewards clarity and punishes silence. To win in commerce, one must assert, rebut, and declare, early, formally, and unequivocally. Anything less is treated as acquiescence. Footnote: this section shows how unrebutted legal assumptions become binding facts, with silence functioning as a waiver of rights and a trigger for jurisdiction.